Congratulations, Rams. You're continuing to improve. And the Eagles are continuing to try to get draft choices. Draft choices. Man. It's good old draft choices. It's Big Sills in the house. Hopefully everybody's having a fantastic day in America. By the way, are you ready? Happy Veterans Day. The greatest team in the history of our country is our men and women who serve this country. Never forget that. It's not the team you work with. It's not the team you cheer for. It's the team that defends this country and gives us every single advantage over everyone else in the world is because of our great men and women and the sacrifices that they make on a daily basis for us. It's really the only team that can't be politicized, too. Because when you're in a foxhole and you're looking out for your brother and you're defending democracy and you're defending what this country was built on, nobody cares what color you are. Nobody cares what nationality you are. Nobody cares what your political beliefs are, your religious beliefs. You're in it together. Us. That's right, East Camden. Us. The closest thing that I would think that I've been associated with that would be something that the military would maybe look at and say, yes, Sills, you kind of get it, would be the fact that I played on a team. When you're sweating your ass off and you're in training camp, just like when you're in boot camp, you think anybody's talking about dumb shit that we see on TV today? You think anybody's doing that? Or do you think you're just saying, hey, brother, you need a hand? Hey, man, I'm here for you. Let's go, dude. I'm here with you. Let's get through this drill. Because you know at the end of the rainbow, that drill may save your life. That drill may end up winning you a ball game in my small world. That's the closest thing that I could think that I've been involved with the military outside of my brother-in-law being killed. You know, it's a day like this that I miss him. 3 tours in Afghanistan. Just a great kid. Not a very good mother. Awful family situation. I raised the kid. I signed the papers for him to go to the Rangers. That's where Dave turned out to be a man. And so we salute all of you that have sacrificed. So we thank you. Let's get on to what those men and women allow us to do each and every single day. Sit here and talk to you for the next 2 hours. We start the show off with, I wonder how many people in Philly really give a shit about this. Hey, Odell Beckham to the Rams. Great. Hey, you know what I would like to know? I would like to know this. What credit card does Kevin Demoff and Les Snead, the executives with the Rams, what credit card do they use when they're going after players? And bringing people like Jalen Ramsey and guys like Von Miller, you get Odell Beckham. By the way, this goes into the Eagles, and I'm going to make a comparison to you on which team you'd rather play for. The Rams or the Eagles? We'll get it started here. But before we do that, I love to do this every day. You know, Big Sills has got a ton of stuff today. By the way, we're going to look at some of the quarterbacks because all we've been doing is kind of like talking about some of the college quarterbacks. I've actually written some of these things down, and we're going to talk with our friend Tony Siracusa, who covers college football at the bottom of the hour, which guy is going to be the top guy when it comes to college quarterbacks that potentially you could go after. We'll talk to him at the bottom of the hour. By the way, Howie Roseman is at the Pitt UNC game tonight. So we got a lot of news with that. But I always tell you this. Ewing, Joey B., thank you so much. Mad Hatter, Kevin, all of you coming aboard here. I can't thank you enough on making this one of the fastest growing shows here. And it really is when it comes to sports. I cannot thank you enough. All right, let's get into this. I want to show you something here. Joey, you're not going to believe this. So how many draft choices currently right now does Howie Roseman have? 11? 3 in the top 10, right? Look at how the Rams look at that. Who cares about draft choices? I need players. Think of how the Rams do business compared to how the Eagles do business. The Rams don't care about draft choices. They want stars on their team. They want players on their team. That's what they want. They want players on their team. 11 picks. The Rams are laughing at a team like the Eagles. Now they're going to get Odell Beckham. Howie scouting college games. Yes, this is the first time in a long time that he's done this, actually, JK. He's at the Pitt UNC game tonight. The Rams are taking all of their draft choices. They're taking all of their money, and they're pushing their chips in. We've been kind of hitting on the fact that the Eagles are $21 million under the salary cap, right? 21 under the salary cap. They got 11 picks. What is it, prospect night in Philly? It's like the Marlins. It's prospect night. You know how every year you show up, you don't really know. They got tearaway jerseys with the names on the back because you really don't know who the hell the guys are. And Philly loves prospect night. We're going to go look for prospects. You know what the Rams do? They go looking for stars. They go looking for players. Let's win now. Let's win today. I got more respect for the Rams than I do the Eagles. I hate the way the Eagles are doing their job. Firing good coaches, taking players out of your roster, not showing patience. All the things that show you when an organization is chasing its tail. That's exactly what the Eagles are doing. They're chasing their tail. I don't care about draft choices. How many times have you seen a team hit on all their draft choices and fill all the holes they need with their picks that are coming up in the upcoming NFL draft? You never see that. You never see that. And now Beckham's with the Rams. Congratulations to you. Man, rich get richer. Sanders just said something to me. I don't believe that they're going to be potentially a Super Bowl team. See, I think the NFC Championship game is going to be the Super Bowl this year. I couldn't tell you who the AFC representative is going to be. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't think there's a lot of good teams in that conference. I think the best game is going to be the NFC Championship game because there's a lot of good football teams in the NFC this year. There's not very many teams in the AFC that I'm going to go, that's a good-looking team. I don't think so. I think there's a lot of holes in many of those teams in the AFC. So the NFC Championship game, as I said, is going to be the preeminent game that you have to watch because those are going to be your two best teams. The third best, fourth best team will be in the Super Bowl. Okay? The AFC, I don't think they can compete with their top 5 teams. Or they can, they'll be right in there, but the top 3 teams, no way. Okay? No way. But the Rams get richer. And see how the Eagles think they get richer by saving money and accruing draft choices. Here's the biggest thing that you need to know about your Philadelphia Eagles. They love winning the offseason. The Eagles, the last 3 years, are Super Bowl champions in the offseason. Oh, they win the offseason. getting draft choices, signing Heisman Trophy winners, firing a Super Bowl coach, getting rid of Carson Wentz. They make more news off the field in the offseason than they do during the regular season, probably in the last 5 years. Don't you notice that? The Eagles are the kings of the offseason. Look at this year. Holy cow, you guys are rock stars. Most picks, 3 1s. Wow. Must be awesome to be an Eagle fan. Can you wait until April? Wait, even though we have 10 games left or whatever, 7 games left. Yeah, don't worry about those games. Don't worry about the regular season games. You pay $375 to go to Lincoln Finance. Don't worry about that. We're going to win the offseason. Man, isn't that wonderful? You guys are the kings of the offseason. Man, congratulations to you. You know what you win? You win a roll of toilet paper for that. You win the offseason, and you watch a team like the Rams just getting stronger every day. Get Von Miller 2 weeks ago. Now they add Odell Beckham. What? It's like they're putting an all-star team together. Rico says Howie wants the front office to win. Screw the team. Right. Hey, we won. Coaches sucked. You hired him, dude. Yeah, can't always have everything. My players are good, though. Really. How many Pro Bowlers you draft on that side of the football in the last 10 years? Matt Hatter says participation trophy. And Kevin says, no, it sucks since 1970. You did get a Super Bowl. Hey, wait a minute. You won a Super Bowl. God damn it, you won a Super Bowl. Be thankful what we did for you. Yeah, but I paid PSLs and I paid tickets to go to that. Don't act like you're doing me a favor as a fan, dog. Wait a minute. We built it? Nah. Dude, you fell into it. That's where you are. Congratulations, Rams. You're continuing to improve. And the Eagles are continuing to try to get draft choices. Wow. Draft choices. Man. Those good old draft choices. Prospect night. What's the guy's name? Let me explain something to you on how they cloak and dagger you with the draft. The city of Philadelphia, on a scale of 1 to 10 college football-wise, you guys probably have a 2 with the interest level on the college level. And the 2 is draft day. You think sports fans in Philadelphia sit around watching college football games? Nobody in New York does. Nobody in Boston does. Nobody in Washington, D.C. does. That's a Southern sport. That they know all the statistics of the kids. That's a religion in the South. The religion in the Northeast is your pro teams. So what a front office in the NFL will do to you, we got a bunch of draft choices, and we're going to go get some of these players, and we're going to retool our team. You don't know any better. It's no disrespect to you, but you're a pro city. Am I wrong? I'm going to get this. Look what I did here for you guys today. I got about 15 quarterbacks that I wrote down on the college level, and I wrote my assessment of them for potentially Howie to take a look at. How many of these do you think you've ever heard of? 2? So when the front office and the Eagles start talking to you about draft choices, you don't know. You don't know any better. It's no disrespect to you as a football fan. You're just not a college city. That's a fact. You guys really keep an eyeball on Temple and who Temple plays? Who's Temple play this weekend? Does Temple still have a football team? Really, does Temple still have a team? You guys don't know who these people are. That's what the Eagle front office does to you guys. You got all those draft choices, and you don't know any one of these guys. And the only thing you know of is some of the people talking about them in the media, and they don't know anything either. And again, it's no disrespect to you. You're a professional city. You love your Flyers. You love your Sixers. You love your Eagles. Same way in Boston. They love the Bruins. They love the Patriots. You think they keep an eyeball on BC? Maybe a little. Maybe, just a little. Cities like Pittsburgh, Boston, okay, Philadelphia, they don't give a shit about college ball. James says this. I don't know shit about college football. I was raised knowing the NFL, and that's all I know, just how Philly's built. James, it's no disrespect, dog. Same thing in New York. If it's not Notre Dame, nobody knows anything about college football in New York City either. That's a fact. But when you're a general manager of a football team and all you do is talk about college prospects, you know what the fans do? They start bobbleheading their heads like this. Look, oh, yeah, okay. Well, he must know what he's – okay, well, yeah, all right. It's a great way of hiding failure. It's a great way of hiding failure. You got all these draft choices. You're watching the Rams just acquire all this talent. Sanders right. I don't know if it means championship, but at least they're fucking doing. Not talking about draft choices. Not talking about training wheel coaches. My quarterback, the guy or not. They're doing that in Los Angeles. Rams pushed their chips in. Stan Kroenke. And for the record, you know what? You think Stan Kroenke stroked that check for that $4 billion building, SoFi, so he could sit around and be like the Eagles? Hey, I got 11 draft choices. We got a 5-year plan. That guy's going like this. Fuck that. Let's win today. Let's win today. Just a different philosophy on how you go about your business. This is what happens when you have a rock star general manager, or he thinks he is. That his job, get this, do we agree? Howie Roseman is more powerful than your head coach. Okay? How many times does that work in the NFL? Jerry Jones, how many Super Bowls, or better yet, how many playoff games has he won since Jimmy Johnson left? Let's see. Can you name me? Give me a place where the general manager has more power than the head coach. Whew. It'd be only in Philly. It'd be only in Philly. Lou says a lot of excitement out there, Dan, but true. It doesn't work and they don't win the Super Bowl. Then what the cap is going to do in that division is going to be absolutely. But you get this. They'll deal with that because, you know, what have I been telling you, Lou? Their cap is going to get hit, but guess what happens next year? You can defer money out with the new collective bargaining agreement. The Rams have pushed their chips in. Yes, they're up and they're squeezed over the cap and all that stuff, and they're going to have a big number next year. But because of the new escalator into CBA, I read it, you're going to be able to defer a boatload of that money out, and it's going to help your cap. They made this new collective bargaining agreement team-friendly, which in the end is going to help players stay on rosters longer. Yes, Steve, it's kind of what we're hitting on here. Thanks and welcome aboard. Absolutely. Rams acquiring talent. Hey, Steve, get this. Rams acquire talent. Howie acquires no name. Nobody knows if they're going to be a success. Draft choices and guys who played in college, and you don't know if they're going to stick or not. Why is that? Well, it's cheaper to do that than to go get a free agent. It's cheaper. That's crazy, says the Super Bowl is in LA this year. That's correct. Rams don't give a shit about the cap. Trying to win it all. Boom. Boom, dude. Howie's going to scrap Fletcher. Yeah. And you know what he's going to do, Rico? Because he's so far under the cap, he's going to eat some of the money and going to get a third rounder out of him. Then you're going to have 12, and then you're going to have another premium pick in the third round. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dude, Rams collect players. Eagles collect draft choices. And you got one of the worst talent evaluators doing the draft choices. It can't work unless he's fired. If you had Kevin Colbert, the president and vice president of the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's one thing. If you had a guy that had an eye for talent and you had people that understood talent and were great evaluators of that, then I'd be like, man, let's see what he does in April. But you got the same dude in the building. I don't care how many assets he has. I don't. I mean, if he was John Dorsey, that'd be something. I'd be going like, well, John Dorsey's an ass. Okay, but at the end of the day, he does know talent. He built that Kansas City roster up, and he built that Cleveland roster up. I'm pretty good with that. But, dude, when you get prospects like that, too, shit, man, do you know how long that takes? Fans don't want to sit around with, not as much disposable income like they did in the past and wait for you just to limp along until you get a little better. Man, those tickets are so expensive. You expect fans just to throw caution to the wind and go, fuck it, I believe them. Come on, man. But the Rams, get this. Follow me here, guys. If I'm a Ram fan, I'm going like this. Hey, man, I'll buy a small season ticket package. You just got Beckham? You just got Von Miller, Super Bowl MVP? You just made a deal in the offseason to get Matthew Stafford? Dude, that's exciting. That's exciting. Good for the Rams, and they're the Eagles. You guys are the kings of the offseason. Congratulations to you. The Rams go after players to try to get better. The Eagles go after draft choices to win the offseason because that's all you're winning. All right. We're going to talk to Tony Siracusa because get this, Howie Roseman is at the Pittsburgh UNC game. I've written down all these quarterbacks, and I want to get Tony's thoughts. Great insider. We found him, and he's been sensational. He's one of our guys now here on the program when we talk some prospects. I want to find out who the top quarterback prospect in his eyes is. We'll throw a couple more college football notes out, but I also want you to think this. Couple Eagle points here. Who do you think has been the midseason most valuable player on the Philadelphia Eagles? Okay? Think about that. Who has been the midseason Eagles' most valuable player? I want you to think about that. We're going to talk to our friend Tony Siracusa next. You keep it right here on the National Football Show.